Hello, folks, and welcome to Kingdom of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Did play a little of the original. I have no idea what to expect here. We'll talk about it more as we get in. I'm expecting a beginning cutscene. Or not. Or it'll just do this. It's always weird when games do this. Not this specifically. The track screen is really what bugs me, but this is fine, I guess. It's just, I've already pressed a button to begin, right? I started the game. I'd like to, play now. Okay. Okay, we should look at options, right? First of all, that's a great, I love the background. That's fantastic. Okay, let me go ahead and give some music here. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but we want to go ahead and keep this. Interesting, the manual is an option. Let me look at this. That's hardly ever comes up. Okay, game manual, yeah. Chaos weapons all the way at the back, I guess. The chaos weapons are a new weapon type introduced in Fatesworn. Fatesworn is the DLC. These weapons deal chaos damage. The enemies destroy the chaos armor of chaos enemies. Ah, okay, interesting. Chaos weapons are special in that they can't be acquired via regular means. You must find new chaos cores and chaos dungeons, but they really love the word chaos because it's everywhere. But never complete weapons. Forging is necessary to acquire and touch chaos weapons. Okay. Okay, well, let's start at the beginning. So contents, introduction. Man, I mean, I know this game, the original game's from 2012. I thought we had moved beyond, it's not exactly the right term. I thought basically the industry had kind of gone beyond putting the lore in the manual. But maybe not. Maybe these guys are like old school developers and are like, you know what I really miss? I really miss the 10-page or 50-page or 500-page booklet that used to come with the games. What if we do that again, except digital? Okay, Amalur has plunged into chaos. A shadow has fallen over forests, fields, and mountains of the Feylands. The once peaceful Fae of the Winter Court have marched to war, threatening all mortal life. New magic surges through the world, and a great and terrible power rises in the east. The Fate Weavers have predicted an inescapable doom for all the living creatures of Amalur. But, as all seems lost, a hero has returned from the dead. A hero with no path, written in fate's grand tapestry. Become the faithless hero, harness the power of reckoning, and decide the future of Amalur. Okay. This is a problem I have with technical writing. You do not document the UI, okay? You don't. It's not helpful. I mean, yes, okay, you can tell me what every button does, but tell me in the context of task. You know, task-oriented documentation is kind of like not exactly the new thing exactly anymore, like it used to be. It used to be, yes, you would document every button, but then, like, you'd separate the manual into two parts. You do the UI documentation for document every button, which is stupid, and people stop doing it because it's garbage. And then there's the task base, which is, in order to do this thing, go into these three screens and press these particular buttons. And then you learn what they do through context, not through a list of items. And also, this is like dead simple stuff, right? If you don't know what new game means, you need to work on your language skills, basically. If you don't know what load game means, maybe, again, work on your language skills. You don't know what the word continue means. Consult a dictionary. You know, I mean, come on. Come on. Okay, you customize your character's gender, race, patron, god, name, and physical appearance. Oh, interesting. Why would you choose... Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. I'm like, why... Okay, hopefully they gave us information on the patron gods as they... Because I have no idea sometimes. Like, in D&D, for example, there's, in like the Forgotten Realm setting, there's like 30 different gods. And it's like, oh shit, dude, do you have a list? Yes, here's a list here. There's just a list of names. No domains or anything, so it's like, who are these people? Why do I care? Okay. Yeah, okay, so race. Oh, you actually have starting bonuses for each race. Interesting, okay. I mean, persuasion's always really helpful in video games. That might be what we go for as the Varani. Hardened by the high seas, or likely to be pirates or mercenaries. I mean, I do love that idea. Oh, wait, hold on. No, the Almain. Okay, the Almain are the ones who start with persuasion. Got it. The Varani, I understand. Oh, well, lockpicking's usually really helpful, too. Well, the music's just up, isn't it? Like, it just does not give up. That music. There we go. Now stop. Okay. Yeah, lockpicking or persuasion. I mean, it's not much. It's only a point. If you can never raise points again, that's really important. If you can raise points, then the starting bonuses really kind of don't matter. Like, they're basically like the first 3 levels, right? 4 levels, I guess, right? There's 4 points. Yeah, there's each one starts with four points, just allocated differently. Okay. The Almain are warlike and religious race with storied origin. Many Almain come from the Phalians seeking freedom, or in traditions of their homeland. Okay. Ooh, how do you pronounce L and J together? Lajolsvar? Sure, we'll go with that. Proud and ancient race from the frozen lands of the north. Okay, so basically the Nords judge themselves fit to divine right from under wind and the sky, and they even had justice. Dispelling. Interesting, dispelling is separate from sagecraft. Also interesting, they're giving us a list of skills and not explaining what they are. Hopefully that comes later. Dakalfar. We're known as sophisticated students of magic and diplomacy. Dakalfar are not strangers to conflict, although they prefer to resolve the dispute subtly with grace and efficiency. Huh. Alright, I mean, based on the description, I think we'd probably go Varani, just because, like, the idea of being, like, a former pirate. But, I mean, any of them seem fine. Okay, here are the patron gods. They do actually list their domain, which is something. Ooh, okay, only available to certain races. Interesting, and also gives bonuses. Okay, so if we were to choose the Varani, we basically only get Blend God of Death. Oh no, here we go. Blend God of Death, God of Mischief, that's actually... The Poison Resistance is not a bad idea. If it was going to be the Varani... God of Water. Oh, well, see, if you're a pirate... God of Water makes sense. God of War... Oh, well... The plus 5% armor is making me lean a little bit more that way. I mean, it depends how much elemental damage actually matters, right? And, which we don't know yet, if elemental damage goes through armor, or if it's still mitigated by armor. Because if elemental damage is still mitigated by armor, the armor boost is better than just a flat resistance, right? Because then the ice resistance, yes, 6%, that's nice, but the armor would be 5% versus all kinds of damage. Yeah, so Trident already is looking better and better. Or just none. Huh. I denounce all gods. That's interesting. You don't normally see an agnostic choice. I'm kind of tempted to pick that one just because it hardly ever comes up, especially in a setting where the gods are known to exist. Just fuck all gods. I'm doing this myself. Okay, no, I can respect that. I can totally respect that. Alright, customization, choose your shit. Yeah. Character wakes up top of body. Sorry. Your character awakes atop a pile of dead bodies in a lonely cavern. Left for dead with no memory of the past, it's up to you to discover who your character is and get him or her out of this corpse-filled graveyard. Choose destiny, find out what secrets the Kingdom of Amalur reckoning has in store. Okay. Alright, pretty straightforward stuff. Now remember, the original game was made in 2012. I did buy it on Steam, but right now I'm playing the PS5 version. PS5 version is the Re-Reckoning, it's the remaster. Not a remake, a remaster. So basically the same The same underlying engine usually is what a remaster is. The underlying mechanics are all the same. Mostly remaster is just it can be a slight rework of behind the scenes components. I think that actually is what happened. I think they actually modified the combat a little bit. And that actually might be described in here. But the underlying mechanics are basically the same. It's just a graphics rework, which is good. I played a little bit of this back in 2015, it looks like, based on my Steam profile. But here it is, 2025, 10 years after my original purchase. This remaster came out in 2020. So again, 5 years later. So everything's going to look a little dated, but still supposed to be a solid game, and it's been highly recommended to me, so I'm going to try it out. Okay, so Mana Fate. Defeat enemies and perform a variety of special attacks and abilities during combat to acquire Fate energy. But your character has enough Fate energy, he or she can enter Reckoning mode. Okay, so it builds up to your ult. Got it. There are maps. Okay. World map, local map, and mini map. Okay, cool. Fast traveling us through the world map. Okay, fast travel the thing. Mini maps in a circle. Got it. Skills. Okay, 9 skills in the game. To expand and increase skills, your character can level up, read specific books, or pay gold to friend. Okay, so we can totally get the points back later. So really the starting skills are kind of like nice little bonuses, but we don't need to worry too much about it because we'll eventually either max these out or we'll be able to gain what we think needs to happen. Repair, salvage, and create weapons. Okay, blacksmithing might be okay. I'm trying to compare this a little bit. Remember, this came out, so 2012 would have been, if I'm remembering right, I think 4 years after Skyrim. Just to give basic context, what the developers were maybe not mimicking, but definitely competing with. Okay, Dispel is grants you the ability to dispel protection magical wards without suffering harm. Okay, so normally to dispel it does suffer harm. Okay. Persuasion. Don't know what persuasion is. Well, you know, welcome to video games. Mercantile. Buy items for less gold and sell it for more gold. We'll need that probably at the start. I don't know if we need that much at the end. Usually we end up with more money than God at the end of a game. We'll see. Sage Cap. Great gems infused with magic to enchant and increase the power of your character's equipment. Oh. Interesting. How very Final Fantasy of you. Okay. And of course, stealth is sneak around. Gain combat bonuses when your character attacks on the scene. Okay. Alright. Your abilities are organized in 3 ability trees. Might, Finesse, and Sorcery. Abilities with circular icon are active, whereas abilities with square icon are passive. Active abilities can be assigned to the ability selector for a quick use of combat. Might are melee-centric. They give your character a large health increase, but only a small mana increase. Finesse abilities are slow to rogue. Increase your character's mana and health equally as your character levels up. Okay, so the balanced approach. Okay, so usually in these games, I go basically sword and dwarf, right? Maybe we try to lean a little bit more towards sorcery. It depends on the enemy AI. Like, if people want to get up in my face, I don't know how much we can really depend on sorcery. Like, we're gonna have to rely on might. Maybe what we do is finesse so that we have a slightly more balanced approach. If we start learning more towards sorcery later, maybe that works out. Okay, earn XP to level up. No surprises there. Destiny determines your character's basic combat stats and in some cases may enable certain abilities. In the beginning of the game, your character has no destiny. After speaking to a Fate Weaver, you can choose one of 3 destiny types for your character: Brawler, Rogue, or Initiate. As your character progresses in the game, your character is granted the choice to embrace a more powerful destiny. Types of destinies are available based on the amount of points you've invested in your character's abilities. Destiny types are displayed as tarot cards. Interesting mechanic, okay. Fate Weavers are characters and failings to allow you to completely reset your character skills and abilities to a blank slate, after which you can respend those points as you see fit. This service costs gold and increases in price each time performed. Okay. So basically be able to respec, that's nice. Your character's action can twist the fate of the world around him or her. When this happens, your character regains some degree of fate energy that's set loose by the change. resulting in a permanent bonus to your character. Like Destiny's Twist of Fate were represented by tarot cards. Okay, inventories where all purchase found or stolen items are stored and broken into 6 categories: weapon, armor, accessories, consumables, items, and junk. And of course the rarity. Okay. White, green, blue, purple, gold. That's pretty typical. Yeah, that seems right? Gold is usually legendary, but set item also makes sense. So I think that works out. Infrequent is a weird title for that, though, right? Infrequent. That's a little weird. Uncommon is usually the descriptor. I'm thinking D&D. I don't know if that necessarily maps here, but it's usually the inspiration for a lot of these games. Yeah, infrequent seems like a translation error, like someone said the word uncommon and it got translated to infrequent. It's very strange, but anyway. Increase the maximum number of items he or she can carry. Okay, increase the amount of items your character can carry. Collect backpacks, split until the world. Interesting. So don't up your strength stat. Take backpacks instead. All right. Certain pieces of equipment have requirements that must be met for the use. Okay, that's pretty typical for RPGs. That makes sense. Weapons are broken into 2 sections, primary and secondary. Primary weapons are your character's main weapon, secondary weapon, an alternative weapon. Any kind of weapon can be used as a primary or secondary weapon. Cool. You can switch them anytime during combat, so probably like a preset button or something. Weapons have 4 factors that affect how powerful they are: durability, damage, weapon speed, and damage type. Durability is gonna suck. Okay, we'll see. Oh, but I guess that's what blacksmithing's for, right? Probably to restore your durability. Yeah, keep an eye on these 4 factors when choosing which weapon. Okay. Just average speed. I guess that makes more sense to just give me a number, right? Give me a word description, probably better. Alright. As an item is used, its durability gradually decreases until weapon breaks and is no longer usable. Character's weapons can be restored back to their maximum durability with the use of a repair kit or by paying gold to a blacksmith. But not by doing it yourself. Interesting. Use what priority weapons. Oh, I do love staves. I don't know what it is about staves, but I love me a good stave. Beyblade, I have no idea what that is. Why is stave listed twice here? That's weird, right? Your character can use a variety of weapons, such as staves, shotguns, scepters, long swords, hammers, daggers, long bows, blades, great swords, staves again, shotguns again, scepters again. Oh no, okay. No, there's a period in there. Sorry, I missed the period. Stave, shotguns, and scepters perform elemental damage by default, but your character can also find other weapons with elemental properties. Okay, so basically the staves, it's like a wizard staff, right? The shotgun's interesting. How very Xena warrior princess of you. Ooh, should we make a Xena warrior the princess character? That could be interesting. Have her based on, the woman in Conan the Destroyer. I don't remember her character's name. Grace Jones. She's awesome. Xena the Warrior Princess character based on Grace Jones would be fucking fantastic. Anyway. Okay, armor protects against physical damage. No shit. And may improve other qualities like mana generation, speed, or critical hit damage. Interesting. Why would it... Okay. And armor's different segments. Okay, cool. Accessories are wearable inventory items. Equip a maximum of 1 amulet and 2 rings. Okay, that's typical. Consumables or potions that are to assist in killing enemies, improving health, restoring mana. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, once a consumable is used, it disappears. No shit. That's why it's consumed. Some of this stuff is silly, but whatever. Junk is where you place items you intend to destroy. You can also sell all your character's junk items and merchants in bulk with press a button. Good for you. Had to add that manually with a mod to Cyberpunk. Come on, video games. But good job, Amalur. Alright. Main quests, faction quests, side quests, tasks. Okay, so, interesting they separate side quests and tasks, though. Okay. And, of course, completed quests. And, of course, the HUD will show you where the quest target is sometimes. Probably not for tasks, I bet, but we'll see. Conversation occurs by using a dialogue interface. You can conversation your character asking a number of different questions. And the persuasion skill will occasionally be able to convince others. Okay, got it. Alchemy, blacksmithing, and sagecraft. Okay. Start crafting, your character must find a forge to start blacksmithing, alchemy workbench to begin alchemy, or sagecraft altar to begin sagecraft. Okay. Alchemy creates potions from the reagents gathered during your character's adventure, so basically pick up everything. Well, except you have limited backspace, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to balance that. We'll see how it goes. Recipes, we need to find or buy recipes throughout the game. Got it. I'm kind of skimming here. I know some of this stuff is just basic RPG stuff. They do need to explain it for new players, and I get that. Okay, and then sagecraft is used to trap gems, which placed in the sockets in your character weapon. Okay. I said Final Fantasy. It's also, doesn't Diablo 2 and 3 do this too? I have not played 4, so I don't know if that's actually true for 4. So you can get gems. You can get shards, where they're pieces of gems. Enough shards is an interesting descriptor there. That could be 4, it could be 8, it could be 64,444, like we don't know. And sockets, not all weapons have sockets. Epic gem sockets only exist on torso, armor, and robes. Okay. Right, you get a critical hit. A curse is a long-time negative effect that certain enemies and wards can cast on your character. Only a healer can remove curses. Good to know. Disease, long-term negative effects certain enemies can inflict on your character. Healer can remove curses for a fee, but diseases can be removed with a purification potion. Okay, so alchemy can help with diseases, but not curses. And I guess that makes sense, right? I mean, if we're looking at like a magical effect, I mean, alchemy is a little bit of magic, but if you regard it more as medicine, it makes more sense to dispel a disease with medicine than a curse. Okay, gold's a primary currency. Shrines are holy places dedicated to various gods. Each shrine your character activates give him or her a temporary blessing. Shrines can recharge over time, so be sure to go back. Okay, good to know. Lore stones are magical stones found throughout Amalur that hold the memories and stories of the past. Each lore stone your character finds is part of a unique set. Find all the stones in order to receive a special bonus. Okay, good way to encourage the player to go look for lore. Okay. For a fee, trainers can permanently increase a skill. Be on the lookout for trainers to upgrade. Okay, cool. Theft, pickpocketing, trespassing, assault, and murder are all crimes in the Phalanx. Who would have guessed? If your character is caught doing one of these acts in a civilized area, he or she can attempt to bribe the guards, resist arrest, or simply serve out a sentence in jail for an XP penalty. Okay, red text and red icon create criminal interactions. Good to know. Okay, so only do this stuff to people you really don't like. Ward is a form of magical trap placed on various containers and doors. Your character must first dispel a ward, open what is protecting, or else it explodes and damages your character. Okay, so that's why dispelling is such an important thing, and not necessarily just lockpicking. You probably need to do both lockpicking and dispelling in order to actually open some chests. Good to know. This is why we read the manual, folks. Alright, there's the factions. There's 6 factions available, which was storyline, quests, and special items. Okay. You can receive your own special house. You can change your appearance. You can get your stash. That's it. Chaos Site goes into the DLC. I'm going to ignore the DLC right now. We will definitely go into the DLC later. But I think it's actually a separate thing entirely. Yes, this is my first playthrough. That's correct. Yeah, I think it's a separate area entirely, if I remember correctly from the Fatesworn description. And it says across the world of Amalur, so maybe not. Okay, progress far enough. Okay, here we go. Going far enough to the Fatesworn storyline, not the Amalur Re-Reckoning storyline. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be separate. Chaos Site level 1 or higher is required in order to see or interact with Chaos Ropes and portals. Interesting. Okay, well, as soon as we unlock the Chaos Site skill, that'll indicate we're going towards Fatesworn. My guess is not until after the main quest. But we'll see. Okay, Chaos Realm. How very Oblivion. You go inside the Chaos Portal and find yourself inside the Chaos Realm. And of course, they're calling with Chaos enemies. And of course, you need Chaos Essence to make Chaos weapons, that we saw earlier. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Shielded by powerful magic called Chaos Armor, making them immune to everything but chaos damage. Right, okay. And you must use chaos weapons, and then you switch over to a regular weapon. Got it. And this we saw it when we went back to the title. Okay. That's the entire manual. Good stuff in there. I'm glad I read it. Some good options. Autosave's definitely on. Hide helmet's on. That's good. Or off, rather. Actually, let's go and turn that off. Let's go and turn that off. If we have cutscenes and stuff, I'd rather have the hide helmet on. We're going to need the tutorial, right? I mean, I'd like to say I'm a good enough gamer. I don't need it, but there's differences in every game. We're totally going to need the tutorial. Lock the minimap should be locking to the north, I believe, so that we definitely want. Sure. English for both of those is great. HUD scaling mode. Let's make it small, right? It's already a little large right now. I think that's probably going to be better. Or we can do hidden. Interesting. Let's do small for right now. It's good to know we can hide stuff, but it doesn't let us choose what to hide, so I'm gonna say just small for now. Subtitles on is good. I'm gonna drop music down by a couple notches. It's a little crazy. How far down? Maybe like 80%-ish? 80%'s good. Yes, Rejoin the Dead. This is my first time playing. 80% would be like here-ish, I think. Okay, graphic-wise, all we can do is boost the brightness. I think probably boosting a little bit. Games are usually too dark. I did boost the brightness a little bit in both recording and Twitch. I want to make sure we do this. Because this game is too good to make it quieter. It is pretty epic. I mean, I gotta give it props for that. Controls. Definitely shut off vibration. I hate vibration. Hover camera's fine. Hold sprint or press sprint. I think I'm more used to L3. Ooh, L3 is kind of weird. My Pro is R3. L3 over there? I'm fingering the controls right now to get an idea. Hold down X might be better. I'm putting my fingers over the buttons right now to kind of get a feel for it. I think press X would, no, I don't think press X works. Yeah, L3 is weird. If it was R3, I would totally go for it, because then it's right next to the other button, but no, we're going to go to hold. Okay, camera smoothing, probably a good idea. Auto follow is nice. Enemy focus, we'll keep it on. It's on by default. We should keep in mind this is here, so we can come back to it. Camera height. Okay, so how far away we actually follow our character. We'll go ahead and keep it default for now. Field of view looks about right. We'll see what happens when we're actually in game. Okay, that's all the options. Cool. Starts a new game. It's only, 30 minutes in here. We'll do normal. I don't know my capabilities yet, so we'll just go with what's recommended. Right, this was originally made for the PS4. I am playing on the PS5. I don't think it matters necessarily, but let's see how it goes. It might boost the loading times a little bit.
From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary.
And so suspicious.
He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflo and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflo's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur.
Okay, so now Dark Elves.
Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
Yep, because my death changes everything. That's how that works. Well, on the upside, there's plenty of armor and weapons to go around now. On the downside, I am dead. Ooh, arrow to the gut. That's a long and painful death. What build am I gonna do? I'm tempted to go finesse chakrams, but we'll see how this goes.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Goran? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Goran?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Alright, choose your character. We were talking about going Varani. Anybody good here? Okay, so Lojafar are Elvish, it looks like, and so are the Doklafar. Okay, I think we're gonna go Varani, because, you know, they could have been pirates or mercenaries, and that could be cool. So we'll do that. Let's go female. We were gonna say no gods whatsoever. Presets. Can we not actually choose ourselves? So these are all great looks. I kind of like these last two. Yeah, okay, one of these last two. Let's go. I mean, those are some great cheekbones. I do love the eyebrow piercing there, too. I think the Fae looks are even better. Let's take a look. Let's go to... Okay. Divine... Fit themselves... Or judge themselves fit to divine right, wrong, under wind, sun, and sky. Kind of like. Do no gods. Let's just use these ever. Okay. Out of these, preset 4 would definitely be the way to go. Let's go and look at, say, the Doklafar. Wow. Okay, that's very... I kind of like that look a lot. I'm kind of a fan of that. I don't know what it is. It could be because it's the only one with tattoos. That might actually be it. For some reason, I really like that look. Hey, what is that? Okay, hold on. The Doklafar, renowned as sophisticated students of magic and diplomacy, while you're not shy from conflict, for resolve disputes subtly and with grace, or efficiently in silence. I mean, the armor's a little silly. Like, no one would mistake that for practical, for sure. That's at least somewhat more practical. Practical, and practical. So, Doklafar are definitely not practical at all, but... I think we go preset 5, right? Okay, we can adjust further. Got it. Are any of the hairstyles better than what we got right now? I mean, the mohawk's interesting. Now, I think we'll go with the basic default. I think we don't want to spend too much time on this. Let's just keep on going. Confirm.
Looks like one of the Dockhalfar women. Held up pretty good too. All right then, make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name her, I think we're done. Put her with the others.
Unless you'd like to name her. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, my name, obviously. We're starting to go with peace. Oh, no! No. Edit. Sorry, I hit R2 instead of... That's not what to do. Okay, back up. Do you think it's gonna take my whole name? Typically, they don't. We can try it, but it's usually too long. Nope. Nope. One character away. Arg. Okay. All right. I expected it. It's super unusual for any game to ever take my full name, so it makes sense, but it's... we're so close. One character away. All right. Okay, we're good. F8, Y, S1, I don't know what that means.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Oh, and away we go! Make sure to tuck and roll. Game other. Wow, didn't even check for a heartbeat. Yay, not dead. Well, not dead, maybe. Turns out you're secretly a vampire. Or some other form of undead. Revenant? Revenant might actually make more sense. Let's play with some orphanages, yeah. Exactly. Well, on the upside, you weren't stripped like most of them were, so yay. Okay, camera's decent. Put away, yep. Okay, move L in one direction you want to go. That's how it works. Yes, that's correct. Thank goodness I shut vibration off. I mean, but camera vibration is a different thing. That's okay. Find a way out. Good tip. Good idea. Let's do it. It's interesting we actually have full health. I would have expected us to start with, like, maybe, you know, I don't know, 10% of health or something. Hey, it's glowing. Pick up disposal notes. Experiment disposal. Secrecy is still important, however, requiring a specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains have become a concern in the lower caverns, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the waste. That's actually, you know, makes sense. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible, although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash pumps. Oh, wow. Yeah, don't drink dead bodies. Good pro tip. Hardly a fitting arrest for the four things, but if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. These weren't their original bodies? Okay. Interesting. Sure, we'll take it. What the hell? Receive disposal notes. I suppose I can take the knife. I mean, it's not much of a weapon, but no. Okay, I can't take it. That's too bad. Weapon. Well, there's this thing. That chest is open. I love the little skeleton right next to him, though. Was he crushed by it? Kind of looks like the chest fell on this poor soul. And that was a shake. Fell from where? I'm probably further up. Okay, can we go this way? We can go this way. Ooh, hello there, glowing skeleton. Loot skeleton. We got gold! Huzzah! Our first gold. We're rich. Okay, we cannot jump off the edge. Dark Souls, this is not. Dark Souls would totally let us just jump off the edge here. Any From Software game would let us just kill ourselves in the tutorial. This is not that game. That's okay. Alright, go towards the lever. Shiny, shiny lever. Let's do it. Dump the body into the fire, I think is what it's supposed to be. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Alright. Goodbye, body. I thought maybe it would make a bridge over the fire, but no, we're supposed to go through here, huh? Okay. Loot rusty sword. Huzzah. Yes, take everything. Required new items. See your new items, press options. Okay. Option. Inventory. Weapons. Primary. My rusted longsword, please. Wow, that thing is rusty as fuck. Holy crap. I would not want to get stabbed with that. And look at that. It's bigger than she is. Just about, right? If it stood on its hilt, it would come up to her shoulders, I think. Boy, how strong is our character? She can just carry this thing around. I mean, it's mostly rust is the thing. Rust is very light. Okay. I'm actually kind of surprised the durability is 20 out of 20. This amount of rust, I would expect like maybe half that. But, okay. Anyway. Items. Oh, right. We got disposal notes. Yeah, okay. And of course our quests. Quest log contains all your quests. You can see the active quest by selecting quest and pressing X. Well, of course, our main quest is to get the fuck out. Got it. Oh, the door opened. Cool. Actually, okay, the sword not as big as it originally looked. Alright, we're fine. Fine. Hello?
They're all over. Run!
Oh. Maybe don't say hello. That guy's going to be murdering that poor... Wow, that was...
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
Oh, and the Tuatha are here. Okay. I mean, I kind of look like a Tuatha. I don't know if that matters. Can I go down? I cannot go down there, which is probably for the best. Oh, the minimap actually has a path laid out for us. Okay. I see it. Oh, hello there. Of course, it's got to be a rat, right? First enemy's always got to be a rat. I think RPG law, determines it. Ooh, okay. Can I block? Is that a thing? Okay, that's our dodge. That's good to know. That is a fast dodge. Holy crap. Okay, so that's our dodge. That's our attack. Dodge, attack. But every time you dodge, you put your weapon away. So it does take a little bit longer to get that push out. That's good to know. Okay, dodging is good. So there's no block, huh? Oh, there we go. There's the block. Just have to press every button. Of course, I don't have a shield right now, so that's very ineffective. Okay, he's still chasing after all the little minions and murdering them all. Let's see if we can intercept over this way.
No child of dust shall escape.
No child of dust. On the upside, I'm not a child of dust, I don't think.
Help!
But I might-
Anybody!
Hello? Here to possibly be murdered. Rescue the gnome.
Help me! Please!
With a shot.
Mortal scum! No. You'll all die.
Well, on the upside, no one has any ranged weapons. Ooh, okay, so we definitely want that combo. So 1, 2, 3? No. 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, 4 was it. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come along,
Incel. That's a very unfortunate
I've
name.
seen you before. On the slab. You were dead.
Yeah, but I got better.
It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive.
That's kind of disturbing that he's a necromancer, I guess? Yeah, what happened to me? That's a good question.
You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you.
Oh, I'll definitely have questions for him. Yeah, I have some questions myself, for sure. But, like, for example, who are these guys?
Oh my, you don't know? Oh, perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemies of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland, not even during the invasion. I don't know why they are here. Hughes may have the answer to that as well. You must stay alive and reach him.
Staying alive is a good first step. Okay, yeah, who is this who?
Professor Formerus Hughes. The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
Okay. Yeah, I guess where is he would be a good follow-up question.
He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe.
We already talked about the attackers, death. The dialogue options on the right are final, and options on the left aren't. Oh, okay, okay. That kind of makes sense. So I'm glad I started over on the left then. Okay, we already asked about the attackers. I don't think there's anything more to talk about death necessarily, but we can ask.
I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew.
Yeah, you guys really need to get better at, like, I don't know, detecting heartbeats or something.
The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going.
Okay. We will get going. Right now, thanks for watching. This has been Kingdoms of Amalur, The Reckoning, or The Re-Reckoning. I'm Peace Universe, you're Peace Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.